welcome to the channel G17 Collectibles. In this video we're going to be taking a closer look at the Toys Works Transcender 1/6 scale collectible action figure, or otherwise known as Agent Smith from The Matrix. I'm really excited about this one. I missed out on the original release. How that was possible I do not know, but I missed out. It was sold out everywhere, and lo and behold, 2 months ago, TNS Figures posted they had a couple in stock, so I jumped straight on it and got it within about 2 weeks from TNS Figures. £110 this cost, which I think's spectacular value for a 1/6 scale figure. It is third party. Hot Toys did do a prototype many years ago, like 3 years ago now, and I really wish they had pushed it out. Obviously they gave us Neo, but they failed to deliver any further characters from the original Matrix trilogy, which I think is a real shame, but it's more than likely down to licensing issues, likeness rights, etc, etc. Because the Matrix being the success that it was, I think figures like Morpheus, Agent Smith, Trinity would definitely have sold and sold well for Hot Toys. But there's obviously reasons why they don't do the full set of characters from films. I think we were very lucky to get Neo, and Neo's a spectacular figure with a boatload of accessories. So I'm happy to see that third party companies are making an effort, making attempts to bring us the characters that Hot Toys fail to deliver. And the Transcender is one of my favourite all-time characters, Agent Smith from The Matrix. I think Hugo Weaving just plays the character to, how can I put it in words? It's so sublime. It's amazing how he brings Agent Smith to life. It's a brilliant piece of acting as far as I'm concerned. I really like Hugo Weaving as Agent Smith. Anyway, stop prattling on. So what we're going to do is get the Transcender Agent Smith figure out of the box, have a look at him in closer detail, get him posed up in my typical museum style pose, and then try and find some space for him in the collection, which there's some space there, but it's not looking great, so we'll have to have a wee play about with some other figures and make some room. But yeah, okay, let's see what's inside this box. Now already, Agent Smith is not going to come with a ton of accessories, apart from his Desert Eagle, his glasses, his earpiece, and a stand and a few hands. But let's take it out, let's get this box, everything out on the table, let's take a look, and let's see what it looks like out of the box. Right, here we are. First impressions, it's good. It's really good. Couple of niggles, but for £110, for an Agent Smith figure, which is probably the only one outside of small run customs that exists, this is spectacular. Let's run through what you get. No surprises. You know, we've got a number of hands, so you've got kind of 2 closed fists. The detail on them's pretty nice, it's pretty good. You can see they're sculpted really well and painted really well. They're nice, crisp, clear, sharp. You've got 2 kind of gripping hands, which again are sculpted very well, painted very well, so happy with them. You also get this hand, which is Agent Smith copying his code onto someone else in the Matrix, and I think that's done really quite well. I can see if you put that against, say, a Neo figure or something, it does look pretty spot on. You know, you've got that kind of black tar kind of oozing out with his straight karate chop fist, karate chop hand, getting right into the person. So yeah, I'm quite happy. I mean, it's not something I'll use, but I quite like it. You also get the Desert Eagle, which I think is a Desert Eagle. It's okay. It probably could be better. Maybe not a Desert Eagle, that's what I thought it was. Doesn't look big enough. Could be better. It does have moving parts, so you can move this slide back and forth. It's okay, detail's nice. It's just a little black plastic gun, that's really what it is. And then you've got Agent Smith's glasses, which are just, they are fragile, but they're just like a kind of sports glasses, which are wraparound style, and they are the same as you know, what you would see in the film. I've already put them on the head sculpt. They do fit really nicely, and I'll show that later on. Stand. So this, I've just done a review for the Toys Era Galaxy Warlord, aka Ronin from Guardians of the Galaxy. And one of the niggles I had was on the stand, and it's the same niggle I have with this stand. It's a standard kind of rectangular, it's the bases I really like. When Hot Toys do these types of bases and they do these for all the Star Wars figures nowadays, I really like these. I think they are museum style type display stands, and I really like them. This is my favourite type of stand. On this one, it is just a plastic stand, and it has the same plasticky feel as the Toys Era one. So it's obviously the exact same manufacturer of these stands. My gripe with that and this is this part here. This is a nameplate. In my view, this is where you put a nameplate, and there's no nameplate with it. There's nothing to put over the top. They don't include a Toys Works logo or a Transcender plate. It's just, that is what you get. And given all the other stands that I've got for, you know, Hot Toys figures, even some of the third party ones, I just feel that could have been done a little bit better. I just think that's a miss for me. If it cost an extra £5 or £10 to just give us a wee plaque or a wee plate to go on it, I think it would be well worth it. You know, even a Matrix logo, I know there's licensing problems, but let's be honest, it's third party. So you could put in something like a Toys Works logo. So yeah, a bit of a miss, but I mean, I get it. It's not a massive complaint. It's just a wee gripe that I've had. Or just give us a stand without that part at all. Just give us a stand that doesn't have it. Simple. Now, this one comes with 2 head sculpts. And even in the prototype, even the pictures I saw, even all the images, the secondary head sculpt that you get, this kind of, you know, this, I don't even know how to describe it. Kind of angry, gritting your teeth face. It looked ridiculous. You just think, why on earth? I mean, let's be honest, it's £110 for this, and you're getting all this good quality, a good figure, and 2 head sculpts. So you can't really complain about it. But I can't see this being used in a lot of cases. Even with the glasses on, there's just something completely off about it. And obviously, it'll go with this hand. So Agent Smith copying somebody. That face kind of matches. But let me show you a bit of a close-up of this one. I'll be honest, it's not as bad in person as what the images and the photos I've seen of it. It really isn't as bad, but it's not great. It's not something I'll be using. Even with the glasses on, let me just stick these on real quick. Even with these glasses on, it's the mouth and the chin that are just really off for me, and the 5 o'clock shadow that's going on round that whole area. With glasses on, it's maybe slightly better, but the glasses aren't also a tremendous fit. So there you are. It looks maybe slightly better. I mean, the hair's done really well. If I just take the neck away, you can see there is a resemblance there to Hugo Weaving. There is a resemblance to Agent Smith, and it's maybe a head that somebody will like and use. Great, it's good to have it for the figure. But yeah, it's not something I plan on using, to be honest with you. Like I said, it's not as bad in person than what it shows you in the photographs, but it's just not my cup of tea. On to the figure, I have to be honest with you. There are a couple of small niggles, some things I need to fix and fiddle with. Body wise, you know, tailoring wise, etc. There's a good range of articulation and motion here. You know, the joints are quite tight, they feel quite stiff. There's small amount of ratcheting in the elbows. It does seem like a double bend elbow, which is great. The knees tight, ratcheted, double bend as well, brilliant. The waist has got a good level of rotation, the torso, etc. So body wise, I think they've used a good body. I'm really happy with it. The hands you get on the figure are kind of open palm. There's one of the gripes I have right there. I'm going to have to kind of tuck that shirt sleeve up. It's not been fitted properly, so we'll get that fixed when we're doing the posing. Now the suit's the wrong colour, in my view. It's a black suit, so it's going to go very well with, you know, Neo. And it does appear black in the movies, but I think, to be honest with you, the suit is actually like a grey or a green colour. It wasn't pure black. There is a slight tonal difference between the trousers and the jacket. The trousers appear a bit more grey than what the jacket does. But that's only if you're paying really close attention. He has socks, which is nice. So you've got a pair of socks here. The shoes are really nice, that kind of patent leather look, highly polished. They look as if they're the right shape, the right size. They're really nice, good level of articulation within them. The tie has a nice little tie pin or tie bar, so that's accurate. Collar isn't great, I'll be honest with you. I mean, it must be hard sewing 1/6 scale clothes, but I just wish the collar was a bit better. So it pokes out a little bit too much. It should be flatter than what it is. But yeah, I'll fiddle with that and try and get it looking a little bit better. But it's pretty. It's quite a static piece of material. You're not going to be able to get much play in that. The back of the figure, you've got these wee buttons on the suit. There's his earpiece, so I'll need to be very careful and try and get that earpiece into the ear canal, which will be a challenge, but not something that's impossible. We'll just give you a wee bit of a close-up. So yeah, there he is there. You can see head sculpt is spot on as far as I'm concerned, you know. It's that is Hugo Weaving, Agent Smith. I'm really impressed with that head sculpt. I think they've done a great job with that. There's the shoes. So yeah, I'm delighted. I am honestly well impressed. I cannot wait to get this one set up in my museum type style display pose and get him standing next to Neo. So let's do that just now. I'll set him up and we'll come back and we'll show you what I've been able to do. Okay, so here we are in the pose that I was trying to achieve. Again, it's nothing spectacular. You don't come to this channel for spectacular poses. I just like simple museum style stuff, as I've said countless times before. I don't know if you knew that already. So this is a bit more action and dynamic than what I usually would do with the arm up. But this is the image I had in my head. And to be honest, it was very, very easy to achieve. You're just putting a nice stance in the bottom of the figure with the feet, legs apart, left arm, relaxed palm, kind of hanging down. Good articulation. It's nice to have a figure that has just a cloth suit and you can get that arm up at a kind of 90-degree angle to the body. Really not happy with that gun. It feels far too small for Agent Smith's hands. I am going to have to source a larger one because I do believe he does carry a large Desert Eagle. And this one just doesn't feel right to me, so I'm going to go and source another one. But pose-wise, I'm really happy with what I've been able to achieve here. This just is a fantastic figure, it really is. I think Toys Works have done an outstanding job with this, outstanding. Yeah, there's some few niggles, but do you know what? Even if this, I know I paid £110 for it, even if it was 180, I still would say exactly the same thing. It is outstanding. The head sculpt is on point. The way the figure's tailored is fantastic. There's a lot of detail, you know, from the earpiece to the glasses, to the tie bar, to the shoes. Not a hugely complex figure to manufacture and produce. You know, it is just at the end of the day a white shirt and black suit. It's not a complex kind of figure like the Galaxy Warlord from Toys era or like a Mandalorian from Hot Toys. So you know, it's cost wise, it's on point. It's brilliant for the money. Yeah, the stand, you know, I do like the matrix style coding on the top of the stand. I didn't mention that before. I was more focused on this body daft nameplate, but the stand's brilliant. In fact, the Neo stand that it comes with this massive big kind of diamond shaped stand, which is really big and really out of character for Hot Toys to give us something that big. I like this style of stand. I might try and source another one just so I can have Neo on a similar stand. But yeah, I'm really liking this one. I think Agent Smith figure, tremendous. I'm really happy with the pose. I'm really happy with the figure. I'm happy with the stance. Couple of little gripes, nothing that can't be fixed. So I can get a new gun. Can't really fix a collar all that much. It looks, probably doesn't come off in the video, but the collar pokes out too much for me. But I have managed to spread it apart and get the tie knot in. The glasses are a great fit. It was really finicky to put that earpiece in. It didn't want to sit in the earlobe, but bit of tweezers, and I managed to press it in. I might have to tidy up the kind of coiled earpiece cable, but yeah, I'm delighted. I think it's a great figure. So let's do some close-ups and then let's get them on the shelf. Okay, so close-up time. Let's have a look. I mean, that, you can't tell me that's not Agent Smith. Look at that head sculpt. Apologies for the noise, that's me turning the turntable round. I need to get a motorised one. You can see that earpiece. I mean, it fits really well once you get it in, and I like the wee delicate coiled earpiece cable. See, the glasses are a really good fit as well. It's just that darn gun. I just don't think it looks as good as it could. Let's see that collar, tie bar. The camera's showing up a wee bit of fluff and dust on the suit. Can't see it with my naked eye, but I can certainly see it under the camera. And then down to these lovely shoes. You see that base with all the kind of matrix coding on it? I mean, that's a really nice touch. That's one of the nicest stands I think I've saw from a top wise. Just not crazy about the blank nameplate. Yeah, so overall, there they are, close-ups. Let's get them on the shelf next to Neo up there. I'm going to have to move either Deadpool or Chappie out the road. And let's get them probably on Neo's left side, I think would be better. But I'll mess about and see what looks better. Okay, back in a second. Okay, so Agent Smith on the shelf. And you'll notice immediately I've changed the pose. I put him on the shelf, and up close, because he is above my eye level, the pose wasn't really working. So the closer I got to the shelf, looking upwards, all I could see is the underneath of his arm and the armpit, and the pose wasn't really quite working at that level. It's fine if you're standing all the way back. So I thought I could just try, move the arm down, have him in more of a standing power pose, kind of museum-esque. And yeah, I quite like this one. I might change it again. I might go between the kind of gun up. But again, with the gun up, the shape of the actual figure wasn't necessarily working very well with the other figures beside him. You can see I've got Billy Butch on the right and I've got Neo on the left, with his gun up pointing to the right hand side. It almost looked as if he was interacting with Neo, and I don't necessarily like figures interacting with one another. I prefer it when they are posed as an individual rather than, you know, a partnership with another figure. I don't necessarily like that. I just like figures looking good on their own. So yeah, there's the Agent Smith figure in the collection now. It's looking not too bad at all. Certainly building the 1/6 scale collection up now. We are close to 50 figures, I think. Really, really happy with this Agent Smith figure. I can't tell you, I can't praise it high enough. I think Toys Works have done an amazing job with it. Really glad that they've done one, because we will never probably get one from Hot Toys. It looks really good with Neo. Keep my eye out for a Morpheus, very difficult to find. I know Trinity's slightly easier to get. The last I checked there was a couple of different manufacturers, so I might pick up a Trinity at some point. I would really like to have a Trinity in the collection. But from an Agent Smith perspective, £110 all day long, superb, absolutely brilliant. So I really hope you've enjoyed this video and seeing a part of the collection. I'm going to do more videos, so please stay tuned. Hit that like button if you like what you've seen today. Thank you once again to returning subscribers. Your support is always very much appreciated. I'm so grateful for even one person taking an interest in the content that I've got. I don't have very many life friends that share my passion for this stuff, so it's always great to go online and talk with people who have the same interests and passions. So again, thank you very much to every single one of my subscribers. And if you have not already subscribed, please do think about subscribing to the channel. It's you know, I'm trying to make videos, I'm trying to do something a bit different. I know it's difficult doing different things with so many YouTubers out there. I'll try and do some things different for 2022, however. So thanks once again, really, really appreciate the support, really, really appreciate everyone checking the channel and the videos out. Like and subscribe, comment, ask me questions. I'm more than happy to get involved and answer as many as I possibly can. But yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until the next time, do take care.